Hey team, Alex here. Just going to be going through a nice kettlebell flow with you. So what I mean by flow is one movement's going to move into the next, into another, in a nice fluid movement. It's keeping all exercises single arm on one side, and then we'll be going on to the other one. So pick a kettlebell that you can get comfortably over your head. Ideally, we'd like to stick to the same kettlebell throughout, but if you find some easier, some overhead harder, you can chop and change. Don't worry too much about it. So we're going to be going through is starting with the Turkish Get Up, bit of a complex movement, so I'll go through it just now nice and quick, and then I'll talk you through it as we go, so just follow my steps. So if I'm doing it on my left arm, lying on the ground, left arm pointing up, left knee bent, right arm to the side. So I'm going to roll up onto the right shoulder, left hand, right hand, left heel digs in, right leg comes through, kneeling position, stand up. Then we reverse movement, right leg comes back, right hand touches down, right leg comes through, keep your left butt squeezed, sit on your thumb, come to the elbow, come back down. So that's how we're going to go through Turkish Get Up. Bit more of a complex movement, but I'll talk it through, just follow me, elbow, hand, hips up, I'll go through that. We'll go through that one 2 times. Then when we get to the top, arms way overhead, we're going to do a windmill. 2 options with this one. More challenging one, kettlebell over your head. But before you get there, you want your feet in position. So it's in my right hand, my left hand, sorry. I'm going to twist my right foot out, that's what I'm thinking of. Punch right overhead. Right foot is, hand is sliding down. I just want to stop that and start again. Two. Hey guys, Alex here. I'm going to go through a nice kettlebell flow with you. We're going to be working all on one side, one movement flows into the next, and then we're going to do it on the other arm, flowing through, and we're going to do another movement, and we're going to rest for a little while, and then we'll get back into it. So the flow just means one exercise links nicely into the other. And you stick single arm, so it's just going to do all on one side and then all on the other side. If you have to change weight because you feel better doing one and the other one feels a bit unstable, by all means do it. Ideally, stick at the same weight, and then it'll be nice quick transitions. So quickly demonstrate a couple movements. We'll do it in this first circuit, and then we'll get into it for proper. So this one is going to be a Turkish Get Up. So I'm going to start off on the floor, and I'm going to do it with my left arm. So I'm on the floor, left knee's bent, right arm to the side, left arm is straight. Keep your eye on the kettlebell, try and avoid what you need if you can. I'm going to roll onto my right elbow, right hand, left foot digs in, squeeze your bum, bring the right leg through into a tall kneeling position, stand up, and then we'll reverse that, right leg steps back, right hand touches down, right leg comes through, keep squeezing your left glute, sit down, elbow, lie down. So that's the Turkish Get Up. You do a couple of those. Then we're going to come into some windmills. Windmills, your position will be the arm overhead. You have your feet, start with pointing them forward, and then you're going to twist your right foot towards the right wall, and your left arm's overhead. And you're going to hold the kettlebell in your hand as you push your hips out. Try and avoid letting the back round. You just push the hips out as far as you can. You get a nice stretch down your legs. If that's too challenging with the weight overhead, you can hold the weight in your lower hand. So I would have it here, just come down, and that's a lot more stable. You get a lot of the same benefits. So you do you. We're going to do these exercises, do them all on the left, then do them all on the right, and then we're going to do a plank, then we'll take a short rest and we'll repeat it. I'm going to go through it 3 times. If you want to make it more challenging, go up for 5 times, I'd say, perfectly fine. But if you want, 3 is absolutely great as well. So we'll get into that to start with. Hold your kettlebell in your left hand. I'm going to talk you through the Turkish Get Up as we go. So we're going to do 2 Turkish Get Ups, 4 windmills, each side, in a 30-second plank. So get set. Onto your elbow. Hand. Drive your left heel on the ground, squeeze your bum. Pull right leg through. Tall kneeling. Standing. Reverse. Step back. Onto your hand. Leg through. Sit down. Elbow down. Lie down. Back up. Elbow. Hand. Heel dig. Sweep through. Tall kneeling. Standing. Step back. Hand. Leg through. Squeeze your bum. Sit down. Elbow down. Lie down. Cool. So, do that and take a second. Decide whether you're going to hold the kettlebell in your bottom hand or your top hand. And I'm going to do 4 windmills. So, get the kettlebell up, punch it over your head, going up top. My right foot's pointing towards the wall, sliding down my inner thigh, back up, squeeze your bum, keep your eye on the kettlebell for balance. If you also find this is difficult on your shoulders, it requires a lot shoulder mobility, again, hold it in the bottom hand. And we come back down. Alright, I'm going to change sides now. Starting from the floor from Turkish Get Up. I'm going to be holding it in my right hand now. So, right arm's up, right leg's bent, left arm to the side, onto my elbow, my hand, heel in, sweep the leg through, tall kneeling, standing. Step back, put your hand, leg through, sit down, elbow, lie down. And up with the elbow, hand, heel in, onto your tall kneeling, stand up, step back, and leg through, sit down, elbow down, lie down. Alright, count down, let your hands relax. I'm going to show you the windmill on the lower side. So for my left hand up, I'm going to put the right hand up this time. Because holding the kettlebell down low is in the down low hand. So my left foot's pointing towards the wall, hands up. Just going to push my hips to the side. Get a nice stretch down that right side as well. Up. Squeeze your bum. And 4. Cool. So now I'm going to go into a plank. I like to do a straight arm plank, so we recommend it. Although if you want to go on your forearms, by all means, I just prefer a straight arm plank. So, set, 30 seconds, and go. Keep those abs pulled down, try and tuck your pelvis between your legs, squeeze your bottom as well. A lot of tension in your core, don't let your hips sag. If you're feeling it in your back, you're not using your core. So it's like rounding in my lower back, that's what we're looking for, pulling those ribs towards your hip bones. If you want to make it harder, push that floor away, and even push your toes down as well so your shoulders come over your hands. Relax there. 30-second plank. Now we're going to take a short rest. I recommend just grab a drink if you want it. And slice up, time to recover. Nothing wrong with taking a bit of time to allow your breathing to come back down, your muscles to relax. Just a little bit, because then you'll be able to do the next set with better technique, rather than just rushing through it too fast and then technique goes to pot. Particularly with the Turkish Get Up and the Windmills, you'll be holding the weight up top. If you try and rush them, you're going to struggle to keep balance and then just not really getting the same benefits from it. So I'm sure you won't be scared to rest, so use it. PT's orders, it's not a crime to rest. So, getting set to go. It's been about a minute. So, you go for those Turkish Get Ups again. So, another way you can do them, which will flow nicely if you don't need that rest between, is I'm going to start from top, down and up. So, what's it look like? It's hold my head, and step back, hold my right foot onto my right hand, pull my right leg through, sit down, elbow down, lie down. Up on my elbow, on my hand, heel dig, kneel through, up, stand up. I can go for that again. Step back, onto my hand, leg through, sit down, elbow down, lie back. Now we'll come back up top, elbow, hand, heel drive, leg sweep, all kneeling, standing up. So you're going to take it straight through windmill, right foot twists out, hips out, slide your hand down your leg, grazing that inner thigh, reaching towards the floor, but you do not have to touch the floor. It just depends on your individual mobility. And that's 4. Keep it a rest, shake your arm off, doesn't matter, you're not using that side, but let your breathing come back down in a second. We're going to start from the top again on Turkish Get Up. Clean up, punch. Alright, so here I'm going to step back, hand. I messed that one up. Lefts and rights. Cool. Start top. Step back with your left leg, onto your right left arm, left leg through, sit down, elbow down, lie down. Onto your elbow, your hand, heel drive, sweep through, tall kneeling, standing. Step back, hand, leg through, sit down, elbow down, lie down, onto your elbow, onto your hand, heel drive, sweep through, tall kneeling, tall standing. Windmill. So left foot points out, left hand grazes inner thigh, don't rush it, down and up. 3, one more. Your balance, down, floor. Back in that plank, again, give you points to make it more challenging if you wanted to, but it's pushing the floor away and also extending your toes, your shoulders come over your hands. Adds a bit of extra work to it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So push my toes down now, the shoulders are over my hands, pushing that floor away. So this is a much more challenging one, it's a small difference, but it'll really challenge your core. Make sure you're not doing this. Ribs pulled down toward your hip bones, squeeze your bottom as well. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So take now another short rest. Then we're going to the third and final round, unless you want to go up to 5, in which case, rewind the video a touch, play again, rewind, play again. I can do as many rounds as I want if you keep doing that, so up to you, keep pushing as far as you actually want to. But, another quick drink. Feet quite sweaty, dry your face a bit, you don't really want to sweat in your eyes when you're trying to focus on your get-ups because balance is very hard when your eyes are shut. Cool. So we're going another few seconds. And I'm going to start from the top up again on these Turkish Get Ups, but if you feel more stable from the bottom up, go for it that way. Just try not to get too confused by the coaching points. Each to their own though. So 2 Get Ups, get its way up. So step back with right leg, drop the knee, right hand goes down, right leg sweeps through, sit on the bottom, my elbow, back, my elbow, hand, drive the left heel in, pull your right leg through, half kneeling, tall standing, reverse lunge, hand, leg, sit down, elbow down, lie down. Elbow, hand, heel drive, leg sweep, kneeling, standing. Windmill. Left thigh, push it back, straight back. Feel a stretch down your left side. Three down, one to go. Down, relax. Like I say, this one's quite hard on your shoulders if you are struggling. Small kettlebell, or even just hold a bottle of water or something. Great shoulder health exercise though, but just take it to your level. Now we go on the right arm, stepping back with my left leg onto my left arm, leg through, sit down, elbow down, lie down. And I'm on my elbow. Oh, this is always my worst side. On my hand, heel drive, leg sweep, toe kneeling, standing. One more. Like I say, this is my less good side. Do have one side not as good as the other. That's normal, don't worry about it. Alright, so here's the fun bit. Onto the elbow, hand, heel drive, leg through, kneeling, standing. 4 windmills. Left foot's pointing out, push it back, stretch to your side and your bottom. 2 down, 3, 1 more, 4. Back into that last plank. Going in a few seconds. Again, really trying to get the rib cage pulled down. Curving here in the lower back is perfectly fine. We want it to make sure your abs are engaged. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, and plank. Push that floor away, squeeze your abs, pull the rib cage down, squeeze your bottom, lock your knees out. Try to make every part of your body as tight and stiff as possible. Halfway though. If you need to take a rest, you can. Otherwise, hold it to the end. But we have got about 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So that is flow 1. If you need to take a break just now, by all means do so. I'm just going to grab a quick drink and get set ready for the next one. Again, a nice flow from top to the bottom. And we'll do all on one side, on the other. Similar format, but different exercises. So, going in just a second. It's going to be swings, cleans and presses. So, swings, make sure room behind you. Kettlebell comes through your legs, hips go back, kettlebell's high between your legs, not down here because then your back will go. High between your legs, snap through with hips. High between your legs, seats above the knees, snap through the hips. Side view, kettlebell comes through, high between the legs, hips shoot back, snap through. This is obviously a slow motion version, so I'm not holding anything, but you point high between your legs, hips shoot back, nice flat back. Shoot through the hips to send the weight up. Swings, cleans work similar. We've never done them again. I'll go through. Rather than let the weight come out when you swing, you want to try and pull up with your elbow high, pulling up here, and then you want to, here, you try and twist, so put my thumb out, try and twist the elbow under to catch the weight. So, show what it looks like. So, kettlebell is always pointing down, try and avoid like that. You get a bruise in the back of your arm. If you've ever done kettlebells, you're like, how do I get bruise here? You're swinging over your swings, or your cleans, your snatches, you're gonna have a bad time. Been there. Sweatbands help, yeah. So if you're not too worried about that technique thing, sweatbands, sorted. Do those cleans. Once we get here, we're gonna push press. If you're feeling brave, you can strict, so legs press just so soft, it's all armed press. If it's hard, dip the knees, punch. That way you're bringing our lower body into it to make more powerful full body movement. 5, 5, 5 on the left side, 5, 5, 5 on the right side, and then we're going to do a hollow hold, which we've got a few variations for. So on your back, Your key point is your lower back is flat against the floor. There should be no gap here. Flatten that in, no space. I'll be honest, this is position 1. This is still a great position. Lower back pulled in, shoulders pulled up, and make harder. Bring your arms overhead. Make it harder again. You stretch one leg out. Push through the toes, point the toes. Make it the hardest, both legs out. So, pick your variation. They're all hard. Just try and really pull your ribs down again, like we were in the plank. And that one will go for about 30 seconds again. Don't worry if you're struggling to hold it for the full 30. Rest as you need to. It's just there as a challenge. But hollow holds are hard whatever time you hold them for if you did them right. Main thing, lower back is on the floor. That is your number 1 focus there. So, should be ready. Kettlebell set. And we're going to go for 5 swings, 5 cleans, 5 presses, and then on the other side, then we do the hollow hold. So, for the first set, I'll face you. The second one, I'll give you a side profile. So 5 swings. Snap through the hips. Lead with the thumb between the legs. Nice position for your elbow. 4, 5. I'm going to couple cleans. Catch. Pulling up. 3. Swing the kettlebell close to your body. So imagine you're in front of a wall. You're not going to hit it. So from here, press. So strict press, all from the shoulder. For to make it easier, I can press by using my legs a little bit. And then change hands. Do the funky change where you change it weightless. Snap through. So give you a side profile for this one. Snap. Out to your legs. Hips go back. Your knees do not bend much. And we're going to clean. Catch. Catch. Again, you're spinning your hand around the kettlebell. Press. Again, use just arm if you're feeling strong. Use the bounce of your legs if the weight is feeling too heavy. Down. Hollow hold. These are VR. So I'm just going to keep a nice tuck in with my knees. Point my toes down. Try and get 90 degrees of the hips. But we will go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so take my watch off because I can't really see when it's overhead. I don't want to do this for any longer than we have to. So, reaching up, try to keep your shoulders off the ground, but you don't want your arms here, you have to pull them behind your head. Squeezing your abs. Strong position. 5 seconds to go. And relax there. So, take a short rest. This one again, I'm going to do for 3 rounds. If you're feeling good, rewind, do your 4th round, rewind, do your 5th round. Any more than 5 rounds, and then you can probably go a bit heavier. But if you're lacking with equipment, doesn't matter. Just do more rounds if you want to. You could even add a few reps if you really want to also. For this circuit, more than last one, because 2 Turkish Get Ups is a lot. Any more would be too many reps. So I would just rather keep it at 2, because too many is too many. And it's just a lot of shoulder stamina there. But this one, if you want to, you can add a few reps. Quite like the 5s on all. Depends how your weight is. So, you go in a second. Going to go. I'll give you a side profile again. It's easier to see what's happening. Go 3, 2, 1, and up and swing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Into cleans. Up. 2, 3. Pull up through the body. 5. Press. 2. Get that bicep up to your ear. Push into a straight line. 5. Change sides, so when the kettlebell's weightless, we can change. If we're going to go for a funky change. Otherwise, you can change when the kettlebell is on the floor. All up to you. 5. Into my cleans. Catch. Try and make a nice and soft catch in the crease of your elbow. maybe left bruising. If you do have a bruise, apologies, it's something to remember me by. Just strict pressing, or say if it's quite challenging, overhead is the most challenging movement. Use your legs to push press it. Now we go into our hollow body. Make sure you're creating maximum tension in your abs. You're going in 3, 2, 1, go. So arms overhead. Watch where I can see it so you don't have to worry about that. Really squeeze your abs as much as you can. Make sure there is no gap in the lower back and the floor. So you're going to be pushing that in as hard as you can. And that'll make sure your abs are working. If you feel this in your back, in your lower back, there's probably a gap here, and that's why you're feeling it there. 3, 2, 1, relax. We'll go through one more round of this, and then that'll be you, unless you want to put in some more rounds. Or even, let's say, ab reps if you're all scalable. Some of you might have quite a heavy weight and you're like, 3's plenty, 5 reps is more than enough. Others be like, I can add more reps, even if you want to do like, say, 10 swings, 8 cleans, 5 presses. Do as you wish. It's just a nice bit of guidance. If you don't want to think, just do exactly as I say. I do know a thing or two. So, let's go for the swings again. Going to go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Snap through. Keep that kettlebell high between your legs. Common mistake you'll make. So that weight drop too low and you bend your knees too much. Clean. Catch. Back. Up. 3, 4, 5. Set. Punch to the sky. Use your legs if you want to. 3, 4, 5. Keep your abs tight when you're doing those presses as well. Changing hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into your cleans. Up. Catch. So a bit of momentum from the swing. Catch. 2 more. Now into those presses. Again, keep your abs tight to stop your back from extending too much. Again, use the legs if you're struggling. And down. Last one on the hollow body. If you're feeling strong, make this a little bit harder and hold it for as long as you can. So, if you're holding it properly, 30 seconds will be plenty, but if you want, hold a bit longer if you can, but be honest, make sure your lower back doesn't come off the ground. So, 3, 2, 1, and go. So legs out is the hardest variation. Lower back still on the floor, pushing through my feet, stretching through my arms, raising my shoulders as much off the floor as I can. Good news about all the bodies is they're never not hard. They're always hard. So if you're struggling, you need to take a breath out of it. Bring these in, keep that same amount of tension through your abs. 3, 2, 1, relax. Finish there. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a nice full rounded kettlebell workout for you. First was focusing through a bit of slow control movement, a lot of stability, nice through your shoulders. Turkish Get Up kind of hits a bit of everywhere, hips, shoulders, core, all that nice stuff. And the next one, I'm going to get your heart rate up a bit more. Add more rounds, add more reps if you want to. Like say you can even start higher reps on the swing, which is easier. Slightly less reps on the clean, which is a bit harder. Least reps on the shoulder press, which is the hardest. So say you can even do 12, 10, 8 on those. I wouldn't recommend going into 15s. Be there all day. But hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much, and I'll see you another time.